here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet.
It's time now for the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. From the smallest towns to the biggest cities, watch the Iowa girl compete for the title of state champion. CISN.TV's coverage of the state tournament is presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers. Also brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers, Shields, Fairway Foods, Buena Vista University, the Better Business Bureau. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines for state tournament basketball.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines as we get set to start filling out the last team that will make the semifinals in Class 2A. They will join Trainer, Grundy Center, and Cascade for Friday's semifinal. This matchup between the 2 seed Panorama and number 7 North Union. I bring in my partner Joe Danielson, and Joe, we've heard a lot about North Union here over the last week. Is their path, their win to make it to this spot anything but conventional?
Yep, winning on that basically a prayer buzzer beater with no time left against the defending champions Western Christian to make it here for the first time ever.
And obviously to be at that point, it took a lot of good coaching and a lot of good playing from North Union. They have got 3 gals on their team that average double digits, led, of course, by Chloe Lofstrom, just a sophomore, another one of the very young talent that we've seen so far at this state tournament.
Yep, and she is a sophomore. The rest of their team, though, does boast 4 seniors, and kind of looking at them, and similar story for Panorama. 3 seniors starting, and 2 players, Devin Kimball and Bailey Beckman, over the 1,000-point mark, and that's just a big factor, too, when you have a lot of experience, a lot of scoring coming from 2 of your stars.
So you may not be familiar with hearing the school North Union. North Union is a combination of the former North Kossuth, Central, and Armstrong-Ringstead school districts up in the north central part of the state. So a lot of different cities represented down here. We'll try to give all of them their due today as we follow along with the Warriors out of North Union. For Panorama Panthers, their head coach Dan Druvingay, been around the block a long time. It's been a few years since they've been here to state, but like you mentioned, Beckman and Kemble, both 1,000-point scorers on the year. And this will be an interesting game, only in the fact that we have not seen this many seniors on the court really for any team in any class at this state tournament.
Yep, 7 seniors will start for both teams combined, and that just shows it's going to be a pretty intense game. Both these players, all of the players have a lot of experience, and as well, both coaches have been coaching for over 20 years. So a lot of experienced teams, a lot of experience here.
the winner of this game will have a date with Cascade in the bottom half of the Class 2A semifinal Friday at 11:45 here once again at Wells Fargo Arena, in a game that will be carried here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Cascade was 61-44 winners over Dyke New Hartford of the game just prior to this one, where Dyke New Hartford jumped up to a fast lead in the first quarter, scored 19 points, but it was all Cascade after that. And Coach Mike Sconza had his team in the semifinals for the 5th time in the last 6 tries for that squad. And once again, they were led by a young sophomore as well. And it's been fun to see a combination of that young talent and the seniors that bring the composure to this tournament. It's time for the pregame festivities, and for that, we go to public address announcer Gina Rogers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa, for today's 2018 IGHSAU Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Basketball Class 2A quarterfinal matchup featuring the number 7 seed North Union Warriors and the number 2 seed Panorama Panthers. At this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by North Union High School and Panorama High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the IGHSAU will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From North Union High School, Donna, Chris. And from Panorama High School, Steve Brennan. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's quarterfinal matchup. First, the non-starters and assistant coaches for the number 7 seed, North Union Warriors. Number 1, Victoria Leventhal. Number 2, Kylie Tiervold. Number 3, Maddie Rowley. Number 5, Brooklyn Broniak. Number 10, Hope Steinberger. Number 13, Vanessa Von Bank. Number 14, Chelsea Glantz. Number 15, Rory McClellan. Number 20, Skylar Morphew. Number 25, May Leverty. Assistant coach is Joel Knookie. Now the non-starters for the Panthers. Number 10, Anna Holloway. Number 24, Faith Powell. Number 30, Nicole Robles. Number 34, Taylor Rischel. Number 40, Shay Stormson. Number 42, Valerie Stormson. Number 44, Brooke Halterman. Number 50, Ella Waddle. Number 52, Jalen Waddle. Number 54, Lydia Knapp. Assistant coaches are Tim Lazenby and Kylie Bletcher. Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. For the Warriors, a 5'8" senior, number 12, Kate Anderson. For the Panthers, a 5'5" junior, number 12, Bailey Beckman. For the Warriors, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Hallie Reese. For the Panthers, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Kelly Craig. For the Warriors, a 5'11" sophomore, number 22, Chloe Lofstrom. For the Panthers, a 5'8" senior, number 20, Hope Wilderman. For the Warriors, a 5'5" senior, number 23, Brianna Anderson. For the Panthers, a 5'10" junior, number 22, Morgan Junk. For the Warriors, a 5'7" senior, number 30, Samantha Hagedorn. And for the Panthers, game are Bob Squires, Chris Hoffert, Colin Priestman, and Marisa Nordskow. Now let's play basketball!
So, Joe, we've seen at the start of a lot of these tournament games quite the pace set early on, but it hasn't necessarily been the team that's got out to the best start as it's been the team that's adjusted best after that. So we'll be curious to see how this game transpires. We've got North Union out here. They're fans behind us. If you happen to get a shot of them, you might have to adjust your screen because they are decked out in bright green. I'm not sure what we describe. Lime green? I guess I'm not sure how we would describe it. They are all over the place. They stand out today. I might have to call it Lincoln Savings Bank green, as that's the color of us at the bank as well. But
highlighter green, maybe?
Highlighter green, yes. We've got the Warriors are out there in their black uniforms and their green trim with white numbers. And Panorama, the Panthers, out there with their white uniforms and their numbers in Tar Heel blue. Kind of look like North Carolina at home. For North Union, this is Reese. Reese kicks out three-pointer on the way, no good. And the rebound in there, Reese able to put it up, Coley Lofstrom able to put it up and in, the leading scorer for North Union on the board early.
Yep, and she also averages 9 rebounds a game, which is pretty impressive to see throughout an entire season to keep that number up at 9.
Interior pass to Kimball, kicks it out, and a little miscommunication there as Bailey Beckman tried to get it to Wilderman. And the ball's going to get turned over, and we see another team pressing at this state tournament, and we see that quite a bit. Some of the best teams are constantly harassing you on defense.
Yep, a lot of these teams have come out in a press just kind of to feel out what the other team's going to start doing.
Just a nice back-and-forth game between Anderson and Anderson. And that ball's going to get knocked out of bounds and will stay with the Warriors of North Union.
Yep, Bob Beckman in there for the hustle to knock the ball out.
Kate Anderson takes that out of bounds. We'll throw it into Brianna Anderson. Back to Kate. Up top, this is Hallie Reese, the hero of that regional final competition to knock out the defending state champs. Hagedorn now down in the corner. This is Anderson, long pass over, Lofstrom on the way, three-point shot, good, that's Hallie Reese, and she picks it up right where she left off in the regional final, a Shields three-point play. Panorama passing the ball around the perimeter. This is Beckman on the drive, bounce pass over to Morgan Jonk, and she is get fouled, whistled on the holding. Got to remember, it's not a 10-yard penalty. I'm not watching football. I'm watching girls basketball. On the hold, it's going to be whistled on Hallie Reese, her first foul of this contest. Interior pass, that's a good spot to get the ball, and calmly sinking it is Morgan Jonk for Panorama. It's a good spot to get the ball off a inbounds play.
Yep, a nice quick shot, too. Quick release, didn't allow that shot to get blocked.
Hallie Reese with the ball, kicks it over here in front of us to Kate Anderson. Anderson across court to Brianna Anderson. Back and forth between the Andersons. Baseline drive, and nice defense on the edge on the baseline for Panorama. That is Hope Wilderman taking the charge.
Yep, the senior got her feet set and anticipated the contact and drew the foul. The second foul early on here for North Union.
North Union will be settling back in their 2-3 zone. Panorama knows right where they want to attack it. Down on the corner for the Panthers, that is Kelly Prince. Bailey Beckman with it now. Kicks out to Jonk. Long three-pointer on the way. No good by Devin Kimball, but the rebound ripped out of there, and it looks like they are going to get Kelly Prince for the travel.
Yep, Prince, the force that it took to secure the rebound kind of just continued her momentum down to the ground.
1-2-1-1 press for Panorama. They're going to get a couple subs in the game. Looks like coming into the game for them is Faith Powell, as well as Nicole Rolfus, number 30. The Warriors, no problem breaking the press. This is Hagedorn. Panorama really has extended that man-to-man defense. Hagedorn again. Over to Anderson here in front of us. Kicks it across. Reese on the drive, up with a shot off the glass. Can't quite get it to fall. The rebound, though, right there to put it back in is Chloe Lofstrom.
Lofstrom getting started early on the boards and scoring.
Panorama back the other way. 7-2, North Union in the lead right away. And traveling with a basketball is Kimball. And the ball will get turned back over to North Union. So again, once again, against the press, the Warriors have had no problems handling it so far. This is Brianna Anderson. Kate Anderson with the ball now. And nice anticipation to get the ball down low, up with a shot. Can't quite get it to fall. Strength to get it up there in the first place with Lofstrom, but gets blocked out of there and back the other way. Here comes Panorama up top. On the edge, long three on the way from Morgan Junk, no good. Rebound in there though, Kimball, she puts it up, she can't get it to fall. And ripping the rebound out of there is Samantha Hagedorn. Hagedorn looking to run over on the corner. Three-pointer on the way, kind of got her out of rhythm. She couldn't put it in as Hallie Reese. And here come the Panthers. Here's Kimball down in the corner. Jonk on the drive into the lane, nothing there. Back out to Jonk. Jonk with a pump fake and drive. She can't get it to fall. And the rebound taken out of there and blocked. Looked like we had Hallie Reese with a block. And in all the way in for the left-handed layup is Kate Anderson.
Nice sequence there from North Union to get the block and immediately push the ball in transition.
Jonk at the elbow. Nice touch on that shot. Can't quite get it to fall. And back the other way is Brianna Anderson for North Union Warriors. North Union has shot the ball well here so far. Here's Hagedorn. Hagedorn, spin move into the lane. Nice move with the left hand. What a move by Samantha Hagedorn. North Union out to an 11-2 lead. Panorama long three on the way. Long three on the way from NBA range. Bailey Beckman with the answer. A Shields three-point play.
There's Beckman getting started. The Panorama Panthers leading scorer at 18 a game.
Here's Anderson. Anderson with contact. He gets blocked a little bit, and Jonk comes out of there with it. Anderson drew a lot of contact, but Jonk gets the ball and runs it down court quickly for Panorama. Panorama over there harassed is Faith Powell, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds by Reese, and it will stay with the Panthers. Couple substitutions made with the ball up top for Panorama's Devin Kimball, the 1,000-point scorer. Just 5'5", senior guard. She's got it now, three-pointer on the way. Can't quite get it to fall.
That's kind of been the story here for Panorama in this first quarter. The ball just in and out, in and out. Good looks, just hasn't gone down.
Brianna Anderson running the show for North Union. Ball stolen away. Bailey Beckman anticipating the pass in all the way and up with a layup and good for Bailey Beckman. Beckman anticipating the pass was able to get herself 2 easy points. Panorama back in the game, 11-7. North Union on top. Reese with the ball, left wing. There's a spot to try to get the ball. Reese can't quite haul it in. Back out to McClellan, back down to Reese. Reese against contact, gets it to fall.
It's a good job of resetting in the post after a little bit of a bobbled pass, kicked the ball out, reset, and turned around for the and one.
Did a nice job shielding the defender off with her body, as we see here right on the replay. Battles through a lot of contact there by Kelly Prince, and Prince whistled for her first foul. And Reese converts the three-point play. She's got 6 in this first quarter. North Union by 7. In the middle, and up and blocked out of there. A couple different Warriors got their hand on it, and converting the two-point play. Hope Wilderman, she'll have a chance to make it 3 at the free throw line. Wilderman got the offensive rebound after a bunch of Warriors got their hand on the shot attempt.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an opening, but it was immediately closed by the North Union Warriors defense.
So Wilderman at the free throw line, 70% free throw shooter, and she converts a three-point play, and we've got a 14-10 ball game. Under 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. Anderson up court against the pressure of Panorama. Kicks it ahead to Steinberger, and into the lane we have got Lofstrom had it, and I believe she was fouled.
Fouls on the Panthers. Number 14, her second, team second. Into the lineup for the Panthers.
So another
number 24.
Yep.
high-scoring first quarter in here in Class 2A action.
Yeah, Kelly Prince picked up her second foul there on that play. She'll
In the lineup for the Warriors, number 30, Samantha Hagedorn.
She'll have a seat on the bench. Prince averages just 2.5 points a game, but she's the defensive stopper for this Panorama Panthers squad. Inbounds pass up top to Lofstrom. Lofstrom drives all the way in, couldn't get it up with her left hand. Ball knocked out of there, taken away. Here's Kemble looking to run for Panorama, the crossover. Jonk, back to Kimball. Back to Jonk. Nice give and go on the inside. Jonk couldn't quite get it up, got it off the glass, was not able to convert it, and we've got a late foul whistled.
Yep, and you mentioned Devin Kimball getting out and running. She's going to be doing that at Northwestern next year, playing basketball and track and field.
Steinberger, I believe, got whistled for that foul, a late whistle. Must have been on the ground after the shot as Panorama takes the ball out of bounds. Jonk feeds it inside. And Wilderman.
Yep, they got Wilderman just moved her pivot foot before she kicked the ball out there.
So North Union has handled the pressure defense of Panorama very well so far. This is Samantha Hagedorn, has been running the show for most of the morning for the Warriors. She picks up her dribble a little bit early there. Here's Steinberger on the drive, kicks it across court. Anderson back up top to McClellan. Here's Hagedorn. No rush for North Union to score here. Steinberger back up top. Here's Lofstrom. In the lane, Anderson. Nothing there. Three-point shot on the way. Good! Hope Steinberger with a Shields three-point play. 40 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Very patient possession for North Union, and it pays off. They take the 17-10 lead. Panorama, three-point shot on the way for Jonk. Strong. She can't handle it. A shove off the rebound attempt. Hope Wilderman. So North Union will have a chance to add to their lead here with 26.1 seconds to play in the first quarter. This will be Anderson taking the ball up court. Once again against the pressure. Jonk wiped out at the top of the key. Quickly back up again. Down to the corner it is. Here's Hagedorn. Shot. The floater. She gets it to fall. And North Union quickly out to a 19-10 lead. 7 seconds to go. This is Beckman. Beckman up top. Long three on the way. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Chloe Lofstrom. And North Union takes a 19-10 first quarter lead over Panorama. Andy Pollack, Joe Danielson will be back with second quarter action of the IGHSAU Girls Basketball State Tournament here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For the Seal, it's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau Seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the Seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the Seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Waukee Chevy.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. There's some of that green we told you about. That's quite bright on your screen, I'm sure, and there's a lot of it here from North Union, from the north central part of the state.
Yep, both teams have really filled the stadium here on both sides. A good crowd for each.
I love when we get these smaller schools in here. They bring a lot of energy and a lot of fans. It is one of the fun parts when these schools make the state tournament. Everybody comes down. I remember that from when I was a youngster. I mean, you planned your week, you shut down school, the business is shut down. Everyone supports the smaller schools when they come out to the state.
Right, last one out of town will cut the lights off.
Into the lane, and the floater does not go for Bailey Beckman. Rebound tracked down, though, kicked it over to Waddle. Waddle inside to Jonk, and man, Panorama, every shot is challenged right now by North Union. Running the other way, here's Hagedorn ahead down low to Reese. She gets it to fall. Lofstrom, and running the court. North Union has opened up an 11-point lead.
And yeah, you got to think North Union after that exciting win here in their qualifier to get them here. They're just focused and they're playing like it.
And there's a three-pointer from
Ella Waddle.
Waddle.
With the answer there.
The freshman checks into the game, just 5'2", but she threw that up there with authority. Driving into the lane, the left-hand kiss off the glass. Doesn't fall for Anderson. And Jonk comes out of there with a rebound for the Tar Heels. I mean Panorama Panthers. Here's Waddle again from the same spot. Three-pointer no good. And on the rebound attempt, they are going to get Nicole Rolfus for the foul for the Panthers.
Panorama's had good looks here. The shot is looking good again, but just haven't gotten it to fall. Jonk is still looking to get in this game.
Yeah, she's not been able to find the range so far for Panorama. And give credit to North Union. I mean, they've been all over Panorama every time they've got the ball. Up against pressure here, this is Anderson, Brianna Anderson. Kicks it out to Hagedorn. Hagedorn on the drive, gets some contact, gets a kiss off the glass. No one able to step in her way. Anderson bowls her way into the lane and kisses it off the glass for the right-hand layup.
She lowered her shoulder and got past her defender, which allowed her the open layup.
Waddle on the drive thinks better of it, but out of there quickly is Anderson looking to run. Anderson all the way in, up with the left hand, couldn't get it to fall. Lofstrom can't quite corral the rebound for North Union. Back the other way is Panorama. Kimball had a 1-on-5, decided to pull it out. Three-pointer on the way, good! Shields, three-point play for Devin Kimball.
That's a big shot there for Panorama, Panora.
We have seen some big leads disappear in this tournament. We saw in just the 2A game before this, Dyke New Hartford jump out to a 7-point lead in the first quarter, and they were not able to hang on to as Cascade came away to win. As you see, Chloe Lostrom with a left-handed layup. North Union going to call timeout. Coach Tigas not happy with the defensive effort, but we'll take a timeout right now as well. North Union leading Panorama 25-16. The winner gets Cascade on Friday in the semifinals right here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
And welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. Andy Pollock, Joe Danielson on the call here as the 7-seed North Union leading the 2-seed Panorama 25-16 with 5:42 to go in the second quarter here. Joe, it's really been a hot shooting streak so far for North Union that's got them out to this lead.
Yeah, about 60% from 2-point, and they're 2 of 4 from 3. And that increases their lead when they're holding Panorama to only 30% from the field, 6 of 20 so far.
And really, North Union has done a really nice job getting to the basket. They've been slashing, they've really been driving hard to the hoop and able to finish as well. Here's Jonk for Panorama. Faith Powell in the game up top as well. There's a nice entry pass into Jonk. She's immediately harassed. Kemble gets it tipped away from her. Quick hands over there for North Union by Kate Anderson, and we are going to get Kemble is out of bounds as she touched the ball, so the ball will come back to our left side of the screen for the Warriors of North Union. Brianna Anderson running the show. We've seen her and Hagedorn play point so far for North Union. Anderson, the entry pass, nice defense down there. Kemble tried to bait her into it. Hagedorn tries to get rid of it. A cross-court pass from her knee. Probably not the wisest decision. It's taken out of there. Bailey Beckman with the ball for Panorama. Entry pass to Jonk, back to Beckman. Three-point shot on the way. Gets it to fall! Off the bench, Faith Powell, the senior, with her first points of the day.
Yep, and we talked about the experience. Panorama does start 3 seniors, and they will bring 2 more off the bench.
Reese with the ball up top to Anderson. To the other Anderson, Kate. It's not so much that North Union's scoring has fallen off. It's Panorama started to hit some shots lately to get back in this game. 25-19, Warriors in the lead. Reese, she will shoot that. Anderson to Anderson. Down low, Lofstrom taken out of there. And nice job by Devin Kemble, saves it in. And Panorama looking to run. In all the way with the left hand, kiss off the glass and good for Bailey Beckman. And just like that, Panorama back in this game, 25-21 Warriors.
Yep, and that's what we talked about in the beginning pregame, is it's the team that responds and how they respond first.
Here's North Union. And we are going to get 3 seconds in the lane as Samantha Hagedorn had just kind of camped out down there, not moving around a whole lot, and she got whistled for it.
That's one call we haven't seen too often so far.
I'm not sure we've seen any of it so far in this state tournament. I think according to the fans behind us, there's been plenty of it throughout this tournament.
Our referees that sit behind us, you know, they always have stopwatches back there.
The officiating at the state tournament's the best of the best. We've seen the best thing I can tell them, it's been very consistent. We've seen some physical play and a lot of girls playing their hearts out down here. Makes it a tough game to officiate. And there's Beckman once again, the floater in the lane, and we've got a 2-point game.
Yep, a nice play for Beckman. She's got 9 early on here in the second quarter.
North Union tensing up a little bit here. You just, no one's as aggressive taking the hole as I say that. It gets kicked out. Here's Anderson, long three, that's off. And rebound tracked down over there and saved inbounds, no. Hallie Reese, could not keep the ball in bounds, and Panorama with a chance to tie or take the lead. Beckman will run the show. It's his 2-3 zone of North Union. Swing pass to Kemble. Second leading scorer on this squad. There, a long 2, rattles around and good. That's Nicole Rolfus. No hesitation there for Rolfus off the bench. And we've got a tie ball game. Panorama fans on their feet. Anderson drives in, kicks out to Anderson. Back to Anderson, and we got to travel. Extra couple steps taken there by Hallie Reese, and North Union is rattled right now.
Yep, Panorama on a nice run here, starting to raise that field goal percentage up in this second quarter.
Beckman down in the corner. Thought about 3, and Kemble traveled with it once again. And I talked about this with Dar in our earlier broadcast. It really feels like this state tournament, there's been a lot of travels. You know, you get here with your defense is the adage, and we've certainly seen teams ratchet up defensively, has caused teams to play a little bit out of their rhythm on offense.
Yep, and sometimes you catch the ball with planning your next move before you catch the ball.
That ball stolen out of there by Beckman. No, they say it got tipped off of off of Hope Steinberger. Referee right on top of it in front of us, and Panorama will get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. Beckman in there. Beckman from a long ways out at the top of the key. North Union continues to operate in their zone. Quick flash across the lane, taken out of there. Kemble flashed across the lane, but tried to get it to her to no avail. Back the other way for North Union. Here's Anderson. 25-25, just over 2 minutes to play in this first half. The winners got Cascade on Friday. That ball taken out of there, ripped out of there.
Yeah, aggressive play on the Panthers in those passing lanes.
Rolfus has made her presence known as she stepped into the game. Jonk, there we go. She wanted the ball back. No, she is going to take the 3, no good. As that was Powell. She wanted the ball. She wanted to get that shot off. Here's Hope Steinberger right now. Long cross-court pass. Three-point shot on the way, no good long. And back the other way is Panorama. North Union has gone ice cold. Shot up, a lot of contact. Beckman on the floor. She's banged up a little bit. No call made, and back the other way comes North Union. Beckman, excuse me, not Beckman, that is Powell constantly harassing the ball into the lane. Anderson, yes, she gets it to fall. Trickles over the rim.
A nice roll there from Anderson.
North Union back in the lead. Here's Jonk, thought about three, no. Powell back to Jonk. Up the top, Beckman. Kimball, Jonk in the lane and straight up and down, but they're going to say that Reese got her on the arm as she drove into the lane. Straight up and down, and Beckman was just a little bit too, excuse me, Jonk was just a little too high for her and ran into her arm. Third foul on Kimball, or excuse me, on Reese.
Jonk hits her first free throw where she's a 64% shooter from the stripe.
In for the Panthers, number 50, Ella Waddle, and number 20, Hope Walderman.
Hope Walderman and Ella Waddle come back in.
Jonk gets free throw to fall, and we are back to a tie game.
Number 44, Brooke Alterman.
47 seconds to go. Here's Anderson with the ball. At halftime, we'll have a chance, I believe, to talk with Cascade coach Mike Sconza as his team's back in the semifinals for the 5th time in the last 6 tries. Here's Hagedorn, three-point shot. Quick release, and it's good for a three-point play from Shields. Back in the lead's North Union now, 20 seconds to go. The freshman Waddle with the ball. Kicks it down low. Waddle back with it. She is tiny out there on the court. Three-point shot on the way. No good, an air ball. Hagedorn tracks it down. She's got 5 seconds to do something with it. Here's Anderson across half court. Lets a shot go, and we got a foul. That is, she was on her arm. We definitely have a chance to shoot 3 free throws for Brianna Anderson. That's just a tough situation to be in for Panorama.
Yep, and coach is probably a little frustrated with that. You know, you kind of want to leave the players alone when they're going to throw up a desperation 3.
And they had to talk about who they got it on. I believe they're going to get Devin Kimball for the foul, just her first, but that's going to send Brianna Anderson to the line to shoot 3 free throws here with just 1 second to go before the half. Not much else to do if you're Panorama. You just hope that North Union doesn't get a tip in here before the end of the half.
Right, yep. You don't want to turn that into a 4-point swing.
She hits the second. Couple quick subs with a second left to avoid any extra fouls. Jonk in there for Panorama. Anderson trying to extend this North Union lead, and she does. 32-27, and they won't get a shot off. Does Panorama. North Union will go into the halftime locker room with a 32-27 lead. Like I said before, the winner has a date with Cascade on Friday morning at 11:15 right here on CISN.TV, and we'll have a chance here at the halftime break to talk with Cascade coach Mike Sconza, and we'll be back with him right after this on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Everything to get the work done all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we got it all.
Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
Get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get...
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Welcome back to halftime here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We are in the bottom half of the bracket with North Union leading Panorama here at the break. I'm joined by Cascade Cougars coach Mike Sconza. Coach, you guys got off to kind of a slow start, but I really thought your girls settled in and played your game, really ratcheted up the defensive intensity, not so much in the full court, but in the half court. I mean, every shot Dykno Hartford took was very well contested.
You know, they really attacked us well to start the game. We were on our heels. The big thing was second and third quarter, I thought we were the aggressor, and the game plan was to limit rebounding, get back in transition, and make them shoot contested shots. And for the most part, I thought we did a very good job of that.
You really did. I didn't see the final stats quite on the number of blocks that you guys had, but every time Dykno Hartford went up for a shot, every time they made a pass, you guys had a hand on the ball.
Well, I mean, we chart that stuff, defensive deflections, turnovers forced, little things like that. But, you know, the big thing was, I thought in the second and third quarter, we were to establish our tempo, the way we want to play, make them stand up and play our half-court defense. And for the most part, we did a really good job of limiting them. You know, obviously the fourth quarter, they're a great team like that. They made a run, but we didn't break. That was the big key. Your timeout very well placed in the fourth quarter, anticipating they had been on a little bit of a mini run, but your timeout just absolutely killed it. Well, when you turn it over and they make a 17-point lead disappear in a flash, you have to call timeout. And, you know, I mean, we responded. Abby Ruggeberg got to the free throw line, hit some shots to make it a three-possession game. And then our point guard, Nicole McDermott, made a great decision to attack the rim and got there, and big bucket. You mentioned two of your leaders there with Ruggeberg and McDermott. How much did that change your game plan at the beginning when Ruggeberg got 2 quick fouls to start? It did quite a bit, and they were little cheap fouls that she shouldn't have picked up. She's got to be a little bit smarter than that, but you know, she's been with us for 4 years. This is her 101st game she's played for high school basketball, and sometimes, you know, I mean, we had kids step up. I still think an unwritten story in this was our bench, how well they played tonight for us, gave us some points, but more importantly, gave us key minutes that we needed in that first half to ride out Abby's foul trouble. Your girls didn't flinch when she stepped off the bench, or when she had to take a seat on the bench. And one of the things with you guys is you don't just play 6 or 7. You had a lot of gals play and contribute. Like you mentioned, the unwritten story is your bench, but you've been doing that all year. I mean, you've had a lot of girls get a chance to play. We try to play as many as we can. I mean, ideally, we'd love to play more, but you know, we have a rotation of 8 tonight. We had to go 9 with a sophomore, Molly McAmeel. We put kids in. Abby Welter played really well, got a big bucket. Zoe Ryan, number 4, came in, played great defense. Skylar Dolphin was a human floor burn. And then Molly McAmeel, sophomore, came in and gave us minutes. We are who we are. We're not perfect, but you don't have to be perfect to be successful. And you look at our numbers, they're not flashy, but I liked how hard we played tonight. We played really hard. One of the greatest compliments I feel that I can give a team is I just thought your girls were tough. I thought they were very tough. And I see that reflected in your coaching style over across the court as well. I mean, you're not no one's getting just attaboys and pats on the back every time. You're getting after them, and they respond well to your coaching. Well, I mean, we've been together for a long time. I mean, we put a lot of time in the summer, and yeah, we say the word toughness quite a bit, but a lot of it is encompassed in our philosophy of playing hard. You got to play hard. You got to compete, especially against teams who may be better than you and more athletic than you. And we found a way to get it done. And you know, I mean, we are who we are, like I said before, but you know, toughness is part of it, and a lot of it comes down to our work ethic on defense and making people have to you compete. You got to match us. And you know, Dykno Hartford's an outstanding team and unbelievably athletic and big, But I thought our kids did a good job in the second and third quarter of really dictating the pace.
I thought your length gave them a lot of issues too. You don't have that 6'1", that 6'2" girl down low, but your girls are long. Your girls are athletic. Let's not downplay your own team.
Exactly. I'm not going to try to poor boy it here. I mean, we have a state championship track team. They've won 4 titles, and 3 or 4 of our kids have competed at the Blue Oval and done well. Our length in the back really helped, but once again, it was our rebounding, contesting shots, and playing with poise and making shots was a big difference in this game.
So all through the year, you guys play your game 6:15, the front end of the doubleheader all night. You can make it to the state tournament. Hey, welcome. Come down here. Let's play at 10 in the morning. What sort of challenges does that pose for you?
You know, I mean, we have a lot of support from our administration. We came down last night. We were here watching Monticello play in the afternoon. Obviously, a River Valley Conference team. We saw Regina play, another River Valley Conference team. You know, we got here at 9. We got here at 9. Kids did what they did. Came out 9:30 shot. I don't think it phases them because I don't think they take themselves too seriously. I mean, in the broad scope of things, we're not fighting cancer here. We're not fighting an insurgency overseas. We're playing basketball, and I think that's the message that the kids have. They realize this. Yeah, they want to win. Yeah, they want to play well. But, you know, I mean, it's a high school basketball game, and you know, we're fortunate enough to be here. Don't get me wrong, but you know, sometimes we don't take ourselves seriously, and that's probably the best thing we do.
Take a minute here and talk about your super sophomore, Nicole McDermott. I mean, you want to talk about tough. You see her, she's not the biggest one on the court, but her touch around the rim is one of the best I've seen at this tournament.
Yeah, she's a player. I mean, there's no doubt about it. She's one of the best players we've had, but the thing that makes her so good is her quiet confidence, and her basketball intelligence is unbelievable. Great court savvy. She makes people better. She loves being part of the team. You know, she's taken her game from last year and continued to improve and make people better. And, you know, when we need her, I kept yelling at her, go get the ball, Nicole, go get the ball, Nicole. We put the ball in her hands, good things happen. And like I said, she is a total team player, and she really makes us better.
Your girls, it's very fun to watch them. They look like they have a lot of fun together.
They do. They're unique ducks. I say that a lot, you know. We had a girl this last night wake up in the middle of her sleep and start doing a cheer. We have kids who wear Paw Patrol glasses. We have kids that, you know, I mean, we have kids who are hockey nuts that are trying to get home to watch the Dubuque Fighting Saints play tonight or whatever. We are who we are. You know, I mean, we're like we said, we're not all basketball. We're kind of a bunch of goofballs.
Beauty of coaching high school sports, right?
Oh, yeah, I love it. It's fun. High school girls, I mean, you got to think about it this way. If your happiness is predicated on 14 to 18-year-old high school girls putting a round ball in a round rim, you gotta take a step back and realize that there's a lot more to life than this.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. I'd ask you for a little scouting report on who you might see next, but that's anybody's game right now.
Yeah, both teams are really good. I mean, it's, you know, thankfully you guys live stream it, so I don't have to tape it. I can go home and watch it tonight again. But, you know, I mean, it's one of these things where everybody's good at this level. Everybody's great at this level. So, you know, we'll go home, prep, and show up on Friday and see what happens.
Well, Coach, good luck. Best of luck as you guys move on to the semifinal round against the winner of this game between Panorama and North Union. That'll be on the Central Iowa Sports Network Friday morning at 11:45. Coach Mike Sconce from Cascade, Andy Pollock here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is Iowa.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Here on the pavement and big. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
You
I've had, the people I've met, I couldn't have imagined a better college experience. The professor gets to know you really quickly. I know that people know who I am and that they care about me. With the opportunities I have here, I'm going to be able to succeed. Now I just feel like I can do anything.
Out and everything.
And welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena here downtown Des Moines. Andy Pollock, Joe Danielson on the call as North Union has opened up here at halftime a lead over Panorama. They lead 32-27. North Union, no strangers to close ball games. We've talked about that already here tonight. Joe, you've got some statistics from the first half.
Yep, scoring-wise, a little bit of one team had one each quarter. They won each quarter. North Union won the first quarter 19-10, and Panorama responded there in the second, outscoring North Union by 4 to find themselves down 5 here. North Union shooting the ball well, 13 of 23 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. While as Panorama struggled a little bit here, as you can kind of looking down the line, Bailey Beckman's really the only player to get going. Morgan Jonk, Devin Kimball struggling a little bit from the field. The rebounding battle is even, 14-13. And I think we're going to have some more back and forth quarters here going forward into the third and fourth.
Yeah, it's been a fun back and forth game. You know, we saw in the game previous to this, we saw a close first half game get really blown out of the water in the second half by Cascade. So it appears we might have some technical issues out here as we look at the court. We've got a clock frozen above us. You mentioned at the halftime break they were working on the hoop to our right side. It looks like we don't have a scorers. Something's going on at the scorers table as well. So
I heard a little bit on the scorers table. Overheard that fouls were being maybe recorded as assists on the system, something like that. Maybe an input error. I didn't see any issues with the clock above the shot. Clock.
I'm sure it's on the same system, but we've got a computer. I'm guessing that it has to go through to get up to that scoreboard. So it appears they're still working on everything. We might have to go back and go to the old paper and pencil routine here. Maybe get a flip book for a scoreboard as we move over on the bench. We'll see what happens here in the second half.
Yeah, Wrigley Field style scoreboard.
So we've got yes, we got that on. We've got, there we go. It appears we're starting to get things back right now. So we've got a possession arrow, and we've got a clock, and we've got a scoreboard. So
that's all we need.
Got the important stuff. As you're looking back out to the live action on the court. Taking the ball out of bounds will be Kate Anderson for North Union as they try to protect their 5-point first half lead. A little trouble getting it in against this pressure. Gets it into Brianna Anderson. Back to Kate. This is Lofstrom. They're really trying to get it down low. Really concerted effort to get it to Reese. Knocked away. We've seen that out of a lot of teams coming out of the halftime break. You can tell who they want to get it to. Here's Beckman in rhythm. Gets a block partially. Up with a rebound. Getting fouled for Panorama is Hope Wilderman.
Yep, and she'll call that one a pass inside. Just a little, a little short of the shot, but rebounded and put back up by Wilderman.
I was going to give her credit and say someone got a hand on it, but we'll see.
There we go.
That's, Wilderman at the free throw line. Nails the first one. A lot of fans here today. I mentioned before, you get to the class, well, even 3A to a certain extent. I mean, the 5A schools, they have a lot of people, but you get down to 3A and 2A, and it is a fun atmosphere around here with entire communities out to support their teams. Here's Bailey Beckman. Jonk, who was quiet in the first half. Inside, I couldn't quite get it up. A lot of contact, knocking Devin Kimball to the ground.
Yep.
But back the other way is the Warriors.
Chloe Lofstrom with the big block there.
Three-pointer on the way, short. There from Reese. That was the exact spot that she hit her buzzer beater against Western Christian in the regional final. Here's Beckman. A junior, but a 1,000-point scorer for Panorama. She's a talent. Averages almost 18 points a game. There's a three-point shot. Kimball couldn't get it to fall. Rebound down there for Jonk. Jonk with those long arms kisses it up off the glass and good.
And that's big for Jonk, struggling in the first half to find her shot. It's good to get her going inside. And anytime a good scorer watches the ball go in the hoop, you gain some confidence.
Hagedorn with that brace on her right shoulder, gets a little bit of a push out. There she gets her way in, the little scoop left-handed layup, doesn't fall, and Jonk up in the air high for the rebound.
Yep, a nice hesitation move on the drive there, though, from Hagedorn.
So North Union clinging to a 2-point lead. Beckman thought about three. Gets it over to Kimball, who can't hit the three, and up for the rebound with a lot of contact. Taken away, though, she knew it right away when Chloe Lofstrom got rid of it. Stepping right in the way to get the pass out was Kelly Prince. And Lofstrom knew it right away when she let it go. She tried to yo-yo it back to her, couldn't quite get it back. Beckman thought about three, kicks out to Kimball. Kimball for three. She's had a lot of looks from that corner and finally buries one. And Panorama in the lead off the Shields three-point play, and they're going to take a timeout. North Union will, a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But right now it's been all Panorama so far to start off this third quarter.
Yep, and they've got Kimball and Jonk going, scoring the basketball. That's good because they were both, they only had one field goal in the first half on a lot of attempts. And it's good to get your secondary scorers going besides just Beckman.
And really, it's been not necessarily second chances from, they've had a few offensive rebound second chances, but also creating opportunities off stealing outlet passes, as we saw right there.
Yeah, Panorama, they are leading the offensive rebound battle. They had 6 in that first half to only 2 from North Union.
Both teams had 8 turnovers in that first half and a quick couple turnovers here for North Union in the second half, and that's allowed Panorama to take this 1-point lead. So Panorama will come out in their man-to-man press that we saw a lot of in the first half. They really challenge everything all over the entire court. Hagedorn for the Warriors. Long pass. Lofstrom gathers it in. Kicks it back out. Here's Hagedorn. Hagedorn, set shot three. No good. Rebound, nice box out down low for Panorama by Hope Wilderman. Down the other way, here's Beckman. Beckman into the lane, off the glass, up and in, and Panorama with a 3-point lead.
It's been a game of runs so far for both teams.
Here's Hagedorn. North Union starting to look a little tense out there. Anderson. Hagedorn once again. Lofstrom wants the ball down low. She had the defender on her hip. There she drives in. Spin move into the lane. Great defense. But then Jonk comes across late and gets her with a foul. North Union, a lot of towns comprise North Union. They've got Bancroft, Ledyard, Sway City, Fenton, Lone Rock, Armstrong, Ringsted. You may remember the old school districts of North Kossuth, Central, and Armstrong, Ringsted, and all those schools have combined to make up North Union. And some pretty sweet colors, I might add. As Lofstrom can't quite get that second free throw to fall.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Panorama is looking like North Carolina, or you can say North Union's looking more like Hawaii.
There you go. Yeah. They do. And they got Warriors. They are the Warriors as well.
The Warriors.
So. Anderson against some pressure. Gathers in, gets the ball away. Here's Lofstrom into the lane. She's got a mismatch, and Jonk reaches across, and Jonk going to get whistled for the foul.
And that's a tough one for Jonk. She thought she got the block off there. You can kind of see it on the block.
I thought Lofstrom did a really nice job of using her body to keep Jonk away, really forced Jonk to reach across and get the foul. As Lofstrom hits the free throw. Steinbrecher into the game for Panorama. Or excuse me, Steinbrecher in the game for North Union. And Lofstrom hits a few free throws. Tie ball game once again. What a great matchup we've had so far in this one. The final game in Class 2A in the quarterfinals. 11:45 date for the semis on Friday morning, and we'll have that game right here on CISN.TV. You can also access us through the Girls Athletic Union website. And I'm sure plenty of links on school pages throughout the week. And Jonk going to get whistled for the foul. Had a lot of great reception, a lot of viewers throughout the week here on CISN. A great service brought to you by Peter Tarpey and the boys here. Some great sponsors that we've got as well. Thanks to them for making this a free service that we can offer to not only the state of Iowa, but everyone around the entire world. So Have some grandparents watching, some aunts, uncles, or maybe just someone interested in Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union basketball. North Union looking to take the lead for the first time in a while. No, Beckman has other ideas. Beckman all the way in, and no, she can't hit the free throw, but the rebound right there, or excuse me, the easy layup, but Kimball right there to clean up the garbage and puts it in. I think Beckman was expecting someone eventually to come and challenge her, and no one did. Anderson over to Anderson. Panorama really pressing a lot on that man-to-man defense there all over North Union.
It's a way to follow her shot from Kate Anderson to get the rebound.
Got the rebound to Brianna, but she could not hit the three-pointer. Quickly ahead Panorama into the lane. Kimball with a big swat knocked to the ground, and Lofstrom a little frustrated there as she was left in no man's land and really left with no choice but to foul. Lofstrom picks up her second, and that will send Kimball to the line. Kimball just a 5'5" guard, but she is a 1,000-point scorer for Panorama, averaging 14 points a game and 5 rebounds a game.
And another impressive stat about Kimball is she's shooting 40% from three-point range, and she's taken quite a few.
Hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities for those today. She's hit 1 today so far. She calmly hits the second free throw. Gives them a chance to set up their press. Here's Anderson down to the corner. Hagedorn, we haven't heard much from her in this second half. Into Lofstrom. Lofstrom finds her way. A nice little move. Cleared herself by the defense.
Yep.
And she gets the easy 2.
A good patient move, too, to fake out 2 defenders and lay it up.
Panorama clinging to a 1-point lead. Into the lane. That's a good-looking shot right there for Wilderman. She can't get it, but rebound taken away. Wilderman not able to get it that time either. And North Union up. Hagedorn's done a nice job running the show, though, for North Union. Here she goes. Had a little path to the lane. Kisses it up off the glass and good. A lot of contact down there, but Wilderman now gives Hagedorn gives North Union the lead. Panorama in this back-and-forth contest. Into the lane. Here's Beckman. 3-point shot. Nope. She decides against it and got a lot closer than she expected. And Wilderman going to get whistled for the foul on the shove on the offensive rebound attempt. So we've got a fast third quarter of play here, and we're down to under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth affair as Panorama's got themselves back in it, but North Union right now holding on to a 1-point lead and the ball. Hagedorn for the Warriors. She's got 11 so far today, leading scorer for the North Union squad. Chloe Lofstrom has 13 for them. Shot there, no good. Ahead to Jonk. Panorama spread out a long ways. They're going to get a wide open 3-point look. No good for Kimball. Just hasn't not been able to find the range very much today, has Kimball.
Yep, she's got good looks, just hasn't gotten the ball to fall.
Anderson, McClellan in the game there. They get it down low to Reese. Reese out for Anderson. 3-point shot, no doubt about it. The Shields 3-point play for Kate Anderson. North Union now up 4, under a minute to go. Beckman long 3. No good, quite strong. That's probably not quite the shot that that Coach Druvingay wants at that point. So Brianna Anderson now will run the show. Seen a lot of different girls up at point guard spot for North Union today. Oh, they get a nice look down low. A lot of contact, not quite able to get it up off the glass as Reese and Jonk looking to run for Panorama.
Yep, Reese needed to get her feet set down low. She kind of just slid towards the basket.
Panorama. They have things spread out all over the court. Long pass over there. That is Kimball up top to Beckman. Back to Kimball. She has a chance for way behind the 3-point arc. No good. 7 seconds to go. Anderson, not sure that she knows that, kicks it over here. Long 3 on the way at the horn. In and out. no good for Rory McClellan. But North Union takes a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter, 42-38 Warriors. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes right after this. Andy Pollock, Joe Danielson on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a strong...
At Wells Fargo Arena, in between the third and fourth quarter, they do the Poncheros dance cam. I keep waiting for someone to throw out burritos to us, but no one's done that so far. I could take one about now.
Yep, that does sound good, the old burrito lift.
Panorama looking to dig into this 4-point lead. North Union, every time Panorama does something, North Union's got the answer. This is Prince. The Jonk. North Union all over the place. Nice defense over there for the Warriors. That's Kate Anderson, Hope Steinberger with a steal, but she gives it right back.
Yep,
Great hustle by Jonk.
Yeah, hustle from behind to get that steal.
So North Union, their 2-3 zone.
And that
Jonk, Beckman.
Union defense has worked, forcing the Panthers into a couple long threes the last possessions.
Prince really wanted to shoot there and decided not to. Panorama taking their time. Jonk baseline move, nice up and over. Couldn't quite get it to fall. Finally, she gets her own rebound back. Hope Wilderman will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's what they needed there. You know, you don't need another 3, kind of fake the 3, work it inside along that zone.
So Wilderman with a chance, like we said, earlier, she's a 74% free throw shooter for Panorama. She's got 4 points today, make it 5. A couple more girls check into the game for North Union. We've got Kate Anderson, the starter, back in the game, and she comes in as well with Hallie Reese, the hero of the regional final game, with a last-second banked-in three-pointer, and that has sent North Union to this matchup today, and they control it right now, 42-39, 7 minutes to go. They get it down to Lostrom. Lostrom travels with the basketball. A lot of contact that she battled through, but she knew it right away that she took the extra step.
Yep, kind of ran out of room there and just was forced to take that step.
Lostrom's had a great day, though, so far for North Union. 13 points. Been all over the boards as well. Panorama, here's Beckman. Jonk, 4 girls all around her. Kicks it back out. Good ball movement, gives an open shot for Wilderman, who nails it. 1-point game.
Wilderman's got 7 now. Even scoring for the Panthers.
Lostrom really wants the ball down low. She's battling hard. Here's Anderson, kicks it over to Anderson. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, tracked down out of there by Brianna Anderson. A second chance for North Union. Down to 6 minutes to go in this one. North Union by 1, taken away. Lazy pass taken away. Kelly Prince has it knocked away from her momentarily. I think she could dribble. She didn't know that she could, but I believe she could have at that point. Beckman with the ball. Ooh, she wanted the 3. Wilderman. Beckman, good entry to Jonk. Jonk traveled with the basketball. Yep. I couldn't quite tell from here if her foot left the ground or not when she went up. There's a long toe on that foot.
Right, yeah.
Must have just barely come off the ground.
She tried to go for the pump fake, thought about shooting, kind of second-guessed herself when she was halfway up.
Boy, every time that she grabs the ball, she draws a lot of attention from the North Union defense.
That's true. She is a priority.
Hagedorn. Left-handed scoop shot, no good. And ball ripped out of there by Kemble. Kemble looking to run. They've got numbers 4-on-2. Kemble into the lane. Good pass off to Beckman. Beckman off the glass and in. Panorama's retaking the lead. That all started in defensive transition by Panorama. Anderson in trouble. Kicks it off, nearly taken away. Down there, they try to get the ball down to Lofstrom, trying too hard, and Bailey Beckman rips it out of there, and Panorama going to call a timeout, a full timeout. Folks, we got 4:51 to play, a one-point game. We'll be back with what should be an exciting finish right after this on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
And back at Wells Fargo Arena, where Panorama has come back from a 5-point deficit. They now lead by 1 here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to add to it right now after the turnover. Bailey Beckman running the show for Panorama has done a great job today. A very cleanly played game for Panorama. And a game that's had a good pace to it, good flow, and has got over in a hurry. I say that now, we've still got 4.5 minutes to play, but so far the first 28 minutes have flown by.
Yep, and not a lot of fouling. Both teams only sitting on 3 fouls here to start the fourth quarter.
I'm not sure Jonk realized how open she was when she faced up to the basket there, and North Union comes away with it. Here's Anderson. Hagedorn, baseline drive. Good ball movement by North Union. Nice scoop shot off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall, though, was Reese. Back the other way is Panorama. We have got 3:50 to go now. 1-point game. Jonk to Beckman, and she's in no rush. 3-point shot. No, I'm not sure that's a shot they want at this point on the floor. Bodies all over, ripped out of there by Haley Reese for North Union.
Yep, and you know, we've noticed the game's going fast. You got to wonder if the players on the court kind of look up and think, oh gosh, you know, there's only 3 minutes left in this game.
Only 3 fouls on each team, too, so not a whole lot of stoppages of play. Reese into the lane, and she gets it to fall, and North Union's back in the lead.
Reese, the Buena Vista signee, gets the nice layup to put her team up.
Kick save right there for Kate Anderson. Will keep the ball with Panorama. What a back-and-forth contest. This has been a fun one, Joe.
Yep, it sure has, and I'm sure it's going to be right down to the end.
Kemble, the entry pass to Jonk. That's the open look that she had earlier. Couldn't get it to fall, though, this time as she faced up. A lot of contact down there as Hagedorn comes away with it, and she'll take it up court once again against that pressure. North Union so far the best story coming into this tournament, as Anderson couldn't get that one to fall. I think she got maybe tipped a little bit from behind. Beckman looking to run, and Anderson kind of a frustration tip in there, kills the break, and that will give Panorama the ball out of bounds over in front of the scorer's table. So down to 2:43 to play now. Back in the zone is North Union. Low scoring but fast-paced basketball game. Jonk. Kemble. Kemble, nice move into the lane, couldn't get it up off the glass. Rebound though, I'm not even sure. In fact, Lofstrom had no idea. She thought her own teammate had the rebound. She took off looking to lead the break.
Yeah, Kimball was in there amongst the trees and kind of got a couple of rebounds and drew the foul. Good, nice effort to keep with it for Devin Kimball.
Kimball in there at 5'5" amongst 5'8", 5'9", and 5'11", and she's the one that comes away with it. And now with a chance for Panorama to take the lead and misses the first free throw. That does not happen very often as she's a 73% free throw shooter. And she ties it up. Why not? Why wouldn't we be tied at this point? It's been close all day. Kate Anderson for North Union. Trouble with a dribble. Gets it off to Hagedorn. Kemble just has her hand on everything. Back up top. Seen such good defenses at this state tournament so far. Anderson in, can't get it to fall. And on the rebound, it looks like we're going to get Lofstrom to the free, not quite to the free throw line, excuse me, that's only 4 on Panorama, but Lofstrom keeps it alive. And now North Union will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Anderson throws it in, Hagedorn all the way in, left-handed, nice kiss off the glass. She has been so tough with that left hand today.
Yep, and it's an unorthodox side, too, for a lot of defenders. You're not totally used to a left-handed player.
2-point lead for North Union. Inside to Jonk. Jonk, kick out, shot no good. Jonk gets her own rebound, buoys her way around, up and in. Morgan Jonk.
That's where she needs to use her height down low. She's been catching the ball at the free throw line, but...
Folks, don't leave us. We've got 1:29 left in this one. North Union taking a full timeout. We'll take a chance to catch our breath and be back with the last 89 seconds right after this on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
The Power Price Event, Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, new 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease, $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition, $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox, $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs, $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event, Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
It has become something of a lost art. Remembering someone's face. Remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
And we're back here. 1:29 to go. Tie ball game between North Union and Panorama. North Union, the 7 seed, Panorama, the 2 seed. But you know, as we get to this point right now, it almost feels like after that regional final matchup, what sort of magic are we going to see out of North Union here?
Yep, they're riding that momentum.
Reese kicks it over to Anderson. Anderson again. Back up top to Lofstrom. Really trying to keep the ball out of Hagedorn's hands as she runs this offense. Here's Brianna Anderson. Taking their time. Are we going to see North Union hold for one? Kate Anderson now in trouble. Kicks it over. Reese can't hang on to it. Finally gathers it back in. Back up top to Anderson. They are. It appears they're going to hold for one. 46 all. North Union will try to keep the ball for the last 89 seconds of this one. Panorama extending their defense. Here's Reese. Back to Anderson. Hagedorn. Reese. Hagedorn wanted the ball in the cut, but I'm not sure they're ready to take that shot. Yep. And they've kind of got themselves to a point of no return now. They're going to have to hold for one. Oh, and the ball almost taken away as Beckman really extended her defense. Here's Anderson. We got another timeout called. Let's reset the game real quick here as we've got a tie ball game. And with 1:29 left, we had North Union start this possession, and they're down to 23.7 seconds, and I think Coach Merle Tigas wants to draw up the final play.
Yep, and he's going to reach down into his playbook, draw something up. You know, he's got it. All coaches, again, have a nice set of plays for these last minute situations, and
I got to imagine it's going to be some sort of isolation play to try to set up Hagedorn with the option to dish it off to Lofstrom. You know, with Iowa High School basketball, I guess with Panorama does have a timeout right now with the clock not stopping. I'm sure Panorama is going to have to be thinking timeout right away if a shot comes. What you don't want to do right now if you're North Union is force yourself into a situation where you take a bad shot because you ran too much time off the clock. So we'll see what they can draw up right now for the Warriors.
Yep.
The 7th seed looking to continue their magic streak in this state tournament.
Another factor here is Panorama does have fouls to give.
Kate Anderson gets it into Hagedorn. Lob pass over the top. Reese, can she do it again? She can't quite get off the rebound. Taken in there by Lofstrom. She's going to get fouled, a chance to go to the line and give North Union a lead in this one with 17.2 seconds remaining.
North Union opting for a shot early on in the shot clock there, only running about 6 or 7 seconds off.
Lofstrom, a 77% free throw shooter, and we'll take a quick timeout as she steps to the line.
Yep. Coach is going to, remind his girls the situation, what to do here. They do have fouls to give. Both teams do have one foul before they're in the bonus.
So we'll see here what Coach Juvengay elects to do. You know, if you're Panorama, you've gone through this situation obviously in practice on many occasions. 17 seconds is so much time. We could have 3 or 4 possessions left in this game yet, so we'll see what Panorama, if they take a timeout after the shot or if they're setting up their play right now to maybe try to run and get a cheap one in transition. Now it comes a situation of if you're Panorama, who do you want to shoot? I think the answer there is definitely Bailey Beckman or Devin Kimball.
Yep, they've got you this far for North Union, though, and they'll have Chloe Lofstrom at the line.
Lofstrom will have 2 free throws, I believe they said, correct? They did call it on the shot.
She's right about a 70% free throw shooter from the line, making 100 on the year.
So she has created this opportunity in her head many times and leaves the first one short. Lofstrom with a chance to take the lead for North Union. Second free throw, good, gives North Union the 1-point lead. Here comes Beckman for Panorama. They are not going to use a timeout. Beckman out to Kimball. Thinks about it. Nothing there. Back to Beckman. Beckman in the lane. 5-footer floater. No good. Rebound. Lofstrom. North Union's got it. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 4.3. Lofstrom will go to the free throw line with a chance. Actually, she will not. They've got one more foul to give before they go to the free throw line. So the importance of North Union getting the ball in right now.
Yep, they do have a timeout. One timeout left for North Union just in case. And I think Panorama will go ahead and use one of their 3.
We'll take a quick timeout and be back with a fun 4.3 seconds right after this on CISN.TV.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
So it's been the Chloe Lofstrom show here in the last 20 seconds of this one as Chloe Lofstrom hits a free throw to give North Union the 1-point lead, and then she gets a big rebound down here and is fouled at the other end. And that's where we stand right now with 4.3 seconds to go in this one. North Union leading 47-46. And if you're Panorama right now, I'm sure Coach Juvengay has just told his squad, hey, if we don't get the steal, we've got to foul right away. Being 1-1 for Panorama if they do have to, or excuse me, for North Union if they do have to foul. So we'll see the setup of the play right here. Looks like it will be Anderson taking the ball out of bounds. That's Kate Anderson. 4 across for North Union. Might get a cheap long one. They try to throw a deep, stolen away. Beckman's got it. Beckman, the 3-pointer at the horn. No good. North Union will win this one and move on to the semifinals. So Joe Danielson, not exactly how you draw it up if you're North Union. And Panorama, you can't ask for a much better finish than that, or a much better opportunity to look at the hoop to get the steal and get that shot off. But North Union, both teams battled back and forth all day long, and it's North Union that comes away with the lead at the end.
Yeah, Coach Tiggs obviously probably having a little bit of a panic attack there when he saw that pass was short. But they were able to hold on for the victory.
I was just about to say this is a setup for a long pass, and they tried it. They just didn't have enough juice in it to get it all the way down. It would have been a cheap layup, but Beckman had a look at it at the end, and right now we'll go to public address announcer Gina Rogers for the trophy presentation.
In addition to receiving plaques, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gene Berger and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Dan Drubengay and the Panthers from Panorama on an outstanding basketball season. North Union fans, off to the basket for the Class 2A semifinals that will play Cascade on Friday at 11:45.
So the throng of green will continue, and we'll be here Friday at Wells Fargo Arena. Joe Danielson, it was really at the end of the game, Chloe Lofstrom stepping up big for North Union. She was the leading scorer for them on the day, but you've got to look at some of the final statistics you can go through those as we watch some of the highlights.
Yep, and Lofstrom again finishes it off for her team. You could kind of wonder if they're getting used to these buzzer beater games, these close games. Nothing, you can't expect anything more in the tournament though. Running down the scoring for North Union, about 42% from the field, two-point shots were really falling. 4 of 14 from 3. You know, the rebounding battle was pretty even between both teams, 34-30. North Union held a largest lead of 11 points, but Panorama was they battled back. And then the scoring for North Union led by Lofstrom, 14 points, 9 rebounds, followed up by Samantha Hagendorf with 13 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. She was all over today. And for Panorama, a little bit of a slower night from 3, 5 of 20. Kind of took them a little bit to get going from the field, led by Bailey Beckman with 13, Morgan Jonk with 8 points, 10 boards, Devin Kimball, 9 points, 9 rebounds. Pretty good scoring here from Panorama, 4 players above 8 points. But they just kind of struggled on early to get going, and that can kind of affect you later on when your shot is not falling initially.
So the Class 2A semifinal bracket is complete right now. We've got Trainer, Grundy Center, Cascade, and now North Union will be in the semifinals on Friday morning. Trainer will play Grundy Center at 10 o'clock. Cascade will play North Union at 11:45 with a date in Saturday night's 5 o'clock championship game, which will air on Iowa Public Television. Thank you very much today for watching, folks. I'm going to take a break right now. Joe will stick around. For Joe Danielson, I'm Andy Pollack. Thank you very much for watching Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Girls Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game was presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers, and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
And there's a travel. I expect Riley Jacobs.